Hey there, and I am live. Looks like I'm live. I think I'm live. The I've got YouTube running in the background, so it's probably going to kick in and start talking to me here any time now. So I need to mute it, and I caught it. There we go. Hi, Jennifer. Hope things have been going well there. I am feeling too lazy to film anything, so I thought I would go ahead and just do a live stream tonight. Plus, it's Friday night, and it's not like I'm gonna go out or anything. I'm waiting for a couple more people to jump in, but if they don't, it's fine. Hey, Dee, long time no see. I thought I would come on tonight because I got a dilemma, and I want to talk about vacation and my sales, and I've got a challenge for myself that I don't know if I can, make or not. So, firstly, I went on a surprise vacation to Amelia Island, Florida, which is just north of Jacksonville. And it was a surprise just because I got invited at the last minute. And so I didn't really have a lot of notice, but it was a lot of fun. It was cool, a little cool in Florida, especially northern Florida right now. I did bring back a souvenir. You want to see it? There it is. I named him Cecil. I don't know, the change in weather. I don't know what caused that. But anyway, it was really nice. I spent time with my oldest friend and some of her relatives, and it was just a great time. And during that time, I put my store on vacation. No, I didn't. I extended my handling time by 4 days, and I did not put my store on vacation. And when I left, I was running some auctions, about 100-ish clothing auctions, because I want to get rid of that stuff and not deal with it anymore. And I started everything at $2.99, and I was getting some bids, and the auctions all ended on Monday, and my little watch just was going ding 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 ding. So I had about 32 sales, auction sales, that ended Monday, and honestly, all of them paid except for like 4. So I had to ship all of those, and then I had about 20 other sales during that 5-day period that I had to come to and ship. So it was like 50 items, somewhere around 50 items that I had to ship on Tuesday. And I've never done so many. And I learned that I'm not equipped to do so many. So, yeah, I'll have to streamline my process for sure. But I have to be really careful because I will put the wrong label on the wrong package if I'm, not really extra careful. Hey, Chris, how are you doing this evening? I hope all is well there, just south of Cincinnati, not just north of Jacksonville, as we've been joking for the last week. So I did not expect to have those sales while my handling time was extended, but I guess eBay just had my lights on in my store for some reason, and the auction activity may have helped. So I've got about 35 jean auctions going on right now. I started all the jeans, I think, at $4.99, and those should be ending in a few days. I restarted the 65 clothing auctions that I had that ended that did not get bids. Some of those are not going to get bids because really they're just crap. And that's okay. I think after this time I will kind of cull the herd, get rid of some of those things that are not going to sell, that I know aren't going to sell, that I should have never put in the cart. But I started all my clothing auctions at $2.99 each. And a lot of them sold at $2.99, and I was perfectly fine with that because I was really just trying to turn this stuff out. But I will tell you that there were several items that got bid up to like $8, $10, $12. And I did have one lady that bought 10 items. So I was able to combine her shipping, and she got a really great deal, and I got rid of 10 items to her. So um, I was surprised to find that there weren't a bunch of them that I'd already sold on Poshmark, which, if you know me at all, you know that I'm not calculated or careful or particular, maybe a little particular, but, not very rigid with anything. And so did I double check when I started those auctions? Well, hell no. And so I thought maybe there would be a couple that I would either have to offer something else to, which, that's not really fair, but it's the way I did it. Or that, I might have to cancel. I knew that was a risk. But really, there were only 2 items that I did not have, and I did substitute one, and the customer asked me to cancel the other. So I got by the skin of my teeth on that one. But I'm glad to be getting rid of these clothes. I did the math and realized that clothing, which was selling really slow because I'm not putting any effort into it at all, is taking up 25% of the space that I have back there for inventory, and that just will not do. So if I can get rid of that stuff, I can list this other crap that I've got, and I got lots of it. Yeah, excellent time on vacation, excellent sales. They have trailed off. I did have one day where I didn't have any sales since I got back, and then I've had 2, 3, or 4 a day since then. I'm going to be working this weekend, part of this weekend, trying to get my inventory listed. I have, I don't know how many drafts do I have. Let's just look. Quite a few, I think. And I'm getting ready to dump about 15 or 20 more on here. I've got 46 drafts currently, and I've got another 15 or 20 more sitting right here that I just need to draft real quick. And I started taking pictures tonight, and I always take my pictures with this iPhone 6 that's an extra one that basically it didn't work correctly. Like, it wasn't getting signal and it wasn't getting Wi-Fi, and it just wouldn't work, and I would get lost, and it would really be the phone's fault, not just my own for being too pig-headed to play with GPS. But so my husband just bought me another phone, and I kept this one for pictures. But now the battery is just dying like that, just like that. And I've got to decide. I think that I'm going to replace the battery in this because it's about $50. But what would you buy if you were buying a backup photograph camera or phone? I don't want to use my main phone for taking photographs because there's 2,000 something photographs on it already. It just really clutters it up, and I like not using it. I just prefer not to use the one that I use for everything else for that. So if you were in this dilemma, what would you do? Would you buy a cheap-ish point and shoot, or an expensive point and shoot, or would you buy another iPhone but like a used one? What would you do? The Google Pixel, yeah, but isn't that camera like $1,000 or something? For $1,000, I'll pay somebody to come in and take my photographs. But yeah, I'm looking for a sort of inexpensive solution. So I was hoping that I could just take my phone to Best Buy tomorrow, and they would put a battery in it tomorrow, but it looks like I'm going to have to drop it off, which doesn't make me happy. Not at all. Guess I should delete the porn. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I want to talk about a challenge because I have the hardest time staying home. Any of the rest of you, I will find any excuse to leave, to go out, to shop, to do something. And I don't think I have anything to do next week or Sunday that would require me to go outside the house. I can get a mail pickup and, not have to go to the post office. Or I may make the post office the only place I can go out of the house to. But I'm going to challenge myself to stay home Sunday through Thursday of next week. I don't think I can do more than 5 days. I don't think I can do more than 2. But it'll be a nice challenge to see if I can stay home, really focus on, I don't know, cleaning this house and working through this inventory. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if I can do it. I don't know. Chris says she likes to stay in. She'd rather stay in than go out. I don't know. I think it just has to do with shopping. I like shopping. It's one of my favorite things. Hey, Lightning Bug Lane is here. How are you doing this evening? I'm just rambling on because that's what I do. I do it really well. But I have been working on taking photos of flatware. My husband and I watched The Gemini Man this afternoon. That was pretty good if you're into the whole action movie kind of thing. And I think we rented it on Amazon. Pretty good flick. Dee says she can't do it either. She can't. Stay at home. Vacation was nice, a little cool. Stayed in a really nice resort for a couple of the days, and stayed in a decent hotel the first couple of days. So it was really good. The hardest day was Monday because we left at 7:30 a.m. From Amelia Island, Florida, and then I think we got to their home in Kentucky at 9:30 p.m. And then I drove here to Ohio and I got home about 12:15, 12:30. So it was a long day for that. But otherwise, it was a really, really pleasant vacation. And I stayed on my diet the whole time. I can't believe that. Totally not like me. But it was certainly proof that I could go on vacation and not be so bad. I have a lot of anxiety when I travel. I love it, but I have a lot of anxiety, so I want to eat the whole time. So I didn't allow myself to this time. It was an interesting change. Yeah. So what's going on with you guys? Chris says her store is turned off. Anybody else having sales? I think a lot of people are having a dip in sales. Some person posed the question in a Facebook group earlier, and I was just scrolling through. But have your sales gone down since the coronavirus? I'm not sure how you would know that because sales just go. Your sales will just end. Hey, Vicky, welcome. Dee says her sales took a dive for sure. Mine are kind of all over the place. I haven't listed anything in almost 10 days. So I'm surprised I've had any sales at all. But I am running auctions and a sale, so I'm hoping that will help. But I will get some stuff listed this weekend. Tomorrow, I am going over to help one of my friends film her first cooking video for her new channel, which I don't even think she's built the channel yet. I don't even think it has she's come up with a name yet, but we will be filming her. She's going to make choux pastry. Choux pastry is what eclairs are made out of and what cream puff kind of things are made out of. In other words, it's really delicious. And I can't have any of it, but I'm going to go over and help her film that, and hopefully that comes out well. It's bumpy. It's always bumpy the first time you do something like that. So it'll be interesting. Dee says right after she was complaining, she got a cha-ching, which is a good thing. Everybody complain in the in the chat, and maybe you will get, maybe you'll get a cha-ching. I'm still waiting. Nope, nothing yet. But yeah, so that's basically what I've got going on. Chris, what are you saying is like torture, going over to watch her make a pastry I can't eat? Yeah, I know it'll be tough, but it's just I got to keep the point of view that I'm making a decision. I'm making a conscious effort not to indulge in any of that stuff. Oh, Dee says they finally paid after 2 days. Oh, listen, I shipped something like 5 days late. That was one of the things um, that I shipped out on Tuesday because I sent an offer, somebody accepted the offer, and they waited 5 days to pay, which was the day I left. I was gone. There was no way I could ship it. So I'm like, you waited 5 days to pay, you're going to wait 5 days for me to ship it. And I will take the ding on it. There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. So, yeah. I did get a warning that I thought was a suspension, but it wasn't a suspension, on my smaller store. So I woke up Wednesday morning to an email from eBay saying that I had a policy violation, and it was first thing in the morning, so I was reading that I got a 3 days suspension, which did not make me happy. So I looked into what they were saying, that the policy issue was. So basically, you cannot pre-sell anything on eBay. In other words, if it's something that's coming out in 3 weeks, you can't sell that. And they consider a magazine subscription to be a pre-sale item. Now, I was not selling a magazine prescription. No, it's where the doctor writes a prescription for you to, read magazines. No, subscription. But I was selling a greeting card that had a little piece of paper in it, a little coupon that said, "You've been gifted a magazine subscription to Jack and Jill magazine." So it's from the 50s or 60s, and that had caused the bots that be to trigger that policy violation. I waited a day or so to call. I called kind of early-ish, and in the day, like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I got the customer service center in Ireland, which, if you're going to get something out of the country, it's the best one to get. I love it when the Irish people answer me on the phone. And they resolved it like that. So nice. The guy was so nice. And then, of course, listening to that accent, holy moly, it was so good. But it was a quick resolution, which I appreciated. Dee says it's hard not to indulge in gluten and sugar. I failed today because they had cookies at my antique mall. Yeah, I'm not eating gluten. Like, I'm not looking as gluten as the enemy. What am I trying to say? But I'm just not eating. Doing that low carb thing. So essentially, I'm not having gluten because it's not in any of the things that I'm eating. And I still have a few things that are sweetened, but they're artificially sweetened. Vicky says my sales have been low, especially in clothes, so I've been trying to find more hard goods and put more things on Etsy. That's a strategy I should try, is to put more thing on Etsy, but you know how I feel about it. I'm just not very successful there, and I'm really kind of upset that they say, on your items over $35, if you give free shipping, we'll give you a boost. That's not really a fair playing field, I think, but really it doesn't matter because I don't have any crap over there. So eBay sent out something today March 5th. Yesterday. I'm not sure exactly who they sent it out to. I don't know if it was a blog or like an Instagram thing or an email or whatever, but it says, due to regulatory restrictions across the United States, we have chosen to ban certain items listed on our site. Effective immediately, eBay will block new listings and start to remove listings that sell masks, including N95, N100, and surgical masks, hand sanitizer and gel, and disinfecting wipes. I know why they're doing the masks, because those are running in short supply. It's just like any kind of any item that becomes up, there becomes a demand for, people are going to price gouge. And not even price gouge, but just make a couple extra bucks on it. But the hand sanitizer, that's, okay. And disinfecting wipes. So let me see. You're going to ban my ability to sell Lysol wipes on your site? I mean, I don't know. They can do whatever they like. I just find that one, I think, feels like that's gone a little too far, but that's just me, right? Besides, from everything that I've heard and read, those masks are not an effective way to prevent yourself from catching the coronavirus. It's just something that feels like it makes you feel safe, but it really doesn't do what you intend it to do. Chris says it is a fine accent, and it is Irish and British, Irish and English, because I guess Irish is technically a British country, or Ireland is half of it. I don't want to do geography right now. Is just lovely accents. I just love them. They're the best. And other they're beautiful languages. They're English, but like Italian is also a beautiful language. But I love to hear an Italian person speak English. Like, I love their Italian accent over English. It's Irish is not British. I knew I was going to start a controversy right here. Just calm down. It's okay. You do? Well, I'm live. Okay. All right. Well, I'm being beckoned and summoned, so I guess I will sign off. I appreciate everybody for coming. Thank you so much for jumping in here on a quick kind of thing on Friday night. You all guys feel free to send me messages or comment or whatever you want to do. If you want to reach out to me, I'm going to go quickly. Goodbye.